project, I analyzed a really hard collision between Stephen Ridley and Bernard Pollard in a 2013 Ravens versus Patriots game, where the collision ended up resulting in a fumble and Stephen Ridley ended up being out for a concussion. Some background just about the topic is I grew up in a trophy town. I am from Massachusetts, so football is in my blood. Collisions are one of the biggest parts of watching and playing football, and they can result in extreme injuries like concussions, broken limbs, and neurologic diseases that can result in extremely terrible things for some athletes. So physics is all around football. The biggest things in the sport would be momentum, which is big in collisions, along with the mass and velocity that come into play with impulse. Since a force is pushed onto both objects to initially turn into momentum, each player is exerting a certain force on each other. In the next video that I will show of the hit, we can see that the running back and the defender hit each other in a head-on collision. It's like helmet to helmet, which could mean that the momentum after the hit could have been added up to the total momentum, since the defender and the running back are probably around the same weight, but the defender is most likely heavier and the running back is most likely lighter, and the running back would most likely be running faster and their momentum would end up evening out. Looking at the tracking of Stephen Ridley and Bernard Pollard. So in the first graph right here, there's like a thing that says right drag for options over it. I don't know why that's there. I tried to do it again, it wouldn't come off, but you can just see that his is a little confusing because it's like up, down, but like around 11, 10 and a half, 11 is where the hit happens. You can see that on both of them, and you can see that it's like a high peak and then it instantly goes low because they both end up dropping to the ground. So physics relevance in football, there are many different ways physics can be manifested. Like when the quarterback is throwing a football to the receiver will have a mass, the ball will have a mass. The quarterback is exerting a force when he throws it. There's a force on him. There's many different things that can be manifested, and how I basically just explain when there's a big hit between a receiver and a defender. There's many different things that come into play with that. So many variables can be affected: mass, velocity, acceleration, change of momentum, initial force, net force. All of these things can be changed during a play and during football. So physics has a lot of importance in the sport, and it can really change how certain things happen during the sport.